What is good, my friends? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. So in this particular video, I'll be analyzing EUR USD, GBP USD, GBP JPY and AUD USD. So as you can tell, I didn't add USD JPY, and I explained last week why. I just don't like how it's moving at the moment, so we're just gonna see it as time goes, if it's gonna eventually resume and give us good price action. So looking at this particular instrument, this is EUR USD, and I'm bullish because as you can see, the market is broken above the bearish channel. Of course, you can see that. And the second reason is the market is currently trading above this significant zone over here. This is a support that the market has been respecting for so many times, and at the moment, again, we're trading above that structure. Hence, I do expect the market to continue respecting it and give us those new highs from there. So the way you can trade this market is you need to move to a smaller time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame over there. You will also recognize over there that there is another structure, or rather, let me move to the weekly time frame. Moving to the weekly time frame, you can also see that there is another bearish channel that the market had created around the structure over here. And so at the moment, the market is still kind of caught up into that bearish channel. As you can see, we are exactly at that resistance, so it's kind of hard for us to buy when the market is high. So what I would advise you guys is you need to wait for the market to break above the structure over here. So as you can tell, this is we also have a resisting structure over here. So this is my high of the trend, and this is my low of the range. That's what I meant. So if should the market break above this area over here, it would be nice for us to see a retracement before we start to look for buys. Or should the market, because clearly it's failing to break above this trend, of course we can anticipate the market to push back to this support over here. And should the market get into that structure over there, then that's where we start to buy from. Because at the moment we can say the market is caught up in a range, because I mean it makes sense why there is a structure around that's forming around this area. As you can see, the market reaches the high, it sells, reaches the low, it buys, the low, it buys, and again the market it's selling as you can see. So this is what you can wait for the week that is coming. Wait for the market to break above the structure over here, and should it break a retest, then we start to buy. Or if the market respects that high as it is at the moment, it comes back to this low, we buy. The only time I'm going to look for sells on this particular instrument, which I doubt it could happen, is if the market could break all the way back to the structure over here, below the structure, and then from there, then I could start to look for sells, which I doubt. So this is why I'm bullish on this instrument. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Moving on to GBP USD, let's move to the higher time frame. On this particular instrument, I'm also bullish, and the reason is, as you can tell, the market is currently trading above this particular area of significance, which was a resisting trend line. You can see that the market respected here, and tried to respect. However, the market broke out, and at the moment the market is trading above that structure. The second reason is the market, as you can tell, similar to EUR USD, the market has created rather a strong significant zone over here. So this is a support, and the market did try to break below, could not sustain itself below that structure, and ended up closing above, and again came back, supported. So at the moment the market is above that structure. Hence I'm so confident that this market is just ready to buy, and is gonna buy eventually. So the way you can trade this market is you need to move to a smaller time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. And over there, we want to identify areas of interest. So last week I did speak about this high, of course. About this low over here is an area that the market could potentially buy from. And as you can see, the market is respecting that structure over there. However, I've added this one, of course, for this week, for the week that is coming, because I do recognize that the market, as much as it bought over here, it couldn't break above that structure. Instead, it came back. So this area, it makes sense, right? Because you can see how many times it became resistance. Became resistance over 5 times. So again, the market is respecting that structure over there. So we want to see the market break, or rather for the week that is coming, should the market give us a retracement back to this support, then we want to start to look for buys. And if the market ends up breaking above that resistance over here, which would be nice, confirming that the market is bullish, a retracement, and then again we start to look for further buys on this particular instrument. That's all I'm looking for. There is really not much. The only time I would start to sell this market, I think it's if it could break back again, similar to EUR USD, break this low over here, which is I doubt it would happen. So if it could break that structure, then I would start to look for sells back to the downside. However, at the moment I'm bullish, and I do advise you guys to also look for buys. I just noticed, I think there is a trend that is forming. Let's do like this. Let's see if it does cater for that. Of course it does. All right. So as you can see, it seems as if we also have another supporting trend: first touch, second touch, and many touches, of course, fourth touch. So we can really be confident that this market is bullish for the week that is coming. Buys over here or buys above that structure. That's all I'm looking for in this instrument. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Moving on to GBP JPY. GBP JPY, let's move to the higher time frame. I'm bullish on this instrument, right? And the reason is, as you can tell, the market is currently trading above this particular area of resistance, right? As you can see, the market was range bound for so long. Anytime it was over here, it sold. Anytime it reached the low, of course, it bought. However, at the moment, the market seems to be breaking above that resistance over there, as you can see. So the only thing logical is that the market could give us a retest eventually, and then we can start to look for further buys. However, the way you can trade this market is you need to go to a smaller time frame. Let's move to the daily time frame over there, of course, and these are my two areas of interest at the moment, this high over here and this low over here. So what I'm looking for the week that is coming is for the market to break above this high, and then it would confirm that the market is bullish, and then it would be nice for retest, and then before I can start to look for buys. Or should the market end up coming back to this structure over here, giving us a retracement, which I'm anticipating very much, it could do that, come back to retest this high over here, and if it does, then it's good. It's a good area for us to look for buys, because it would not only be retesting that structure alone, it would also be retesting this trend over here, this resisting trend line. As you can see, many touches, rejected many times, broken above. So a retracement would be nice to confirm other buy opportunities on this particular instrument. That's all I'm looking for, really. There's nothing more onto it. The only time I'm going to look for sales on this instrument is if the market eventually could end up breaking below the structure, and if it does that, I would start to sell, and then if it reaches this low, I would start to buy. And if the market ends up breaking the low, then I continue selling, and if the market ends up breaking above the high, then I continue buying. That's all I'm looking for in this instrument. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. AUD USD, and I'm closing with this one. Let's move to the higher time frame. I'm bullish on this instrument, and it's simply because, as you can tell, the market is currently above this bearish channel over here. I didn't even highlight it. As you can see, this bearish trend has been broken, and the market retested, and at the moment the market is just trying to gather momentum to eventually push to the upside. The second reason is the market is above a level of sensitivity. This is the support. First touch over here, second touch, third touch, a fourth touch. And if you go even further to the history of this market, you can also see that this area over here has been an area of significance for so many times. However, I just marked it from this area over here. So this is why I'm bullish on this instrument. However, if you move to the smaller time frame, let's go to the weekly time frame. You will see that there is a counter trend, bearish trend that had formed over here, right? You can see that there is a channel over here, first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch, fifth, and fake out, I guess, sixth touch. So this was a valid area of resistance, right? However, at the moment the market is broken above that structure over there, which makes sense, because we did see that the market could do that eventually. So the market broke out. So what I'm expecting is for the market to give a retracement back to the support over here, and we could start to look for buyers, or the market could just continue going higher, and if it does eventually end up breaking above that resistance, it's a good area again to start looking for buyers. The only time I would start to look for sales in this particular instrument really is if the market could end up breaking below this structure over here. Then it would mean I'm just gonna sell the market back to these lows, which again would start to look for buyers from, and if it ends up breaking below, then again we start to continue looking for sales. Apart from that, there's nothing more that I'm seeing on this instrument. Yeah, man, that's all I'm looking for in this particular video for the week that is coming. Thank you guys for watching up to this far. Please do leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that next time when I drop, you get notified immediately. And yeah, man, I love you guys. Thank you for watching up to this far. I'll see you next week, same time, same place, and I am out.